Hello everyone, my name is Chloe, aka C. Shoddy Hill, and I have something that I need to get off of my chest. So, in light of everything that's been happening around the world lately, I needed to talk about the coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever. I think this whole situation is getting honestly scary, and it's been keeping me up at night. And it's something that I'm really confused about, and I'm trying to figure out how I feel, and I'm wondering how you guys feel. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So before I discuss my personal feelings, I did want to briefly go over some of the current information as of March 13th, 2020. As we already know, COVID-19 is part of a large family of viruses that can infect humans and animals. And mostly they're responsible for, mild illnesses such as the common cold, all the way up to very serious illnesses such as SARS, which is severe acute respiratory syndrome. So this particular strain of the coronavirus originated in Wuhan, China back in December 2019. And I remember when this first started becoming a thing, I remember reading articles about it probably in January. And I remember it scared me then so bad. And I was just like, this cannot be happening. But it's happening. So the disease, I don't know, these are the facts about it. You decide how you feel. But so they're saying that there is a 1 to 14 day incubation period after coming in contact with an infected person or whatever, with most people showing symptoms at around 5 days. Now, of course, it is contagious. It's very contagious. However, about 80% of people recover with no special treatment. They recover just fine. Usually it only causes mild illness. But, I guess the thing is, if you're an older person or you have less immune functioning, then you're at a greater risk for developing pneumonia or something much more serious that needs to be treated very seriously, like in the ICU. And of course, if you do have it, you need to be quarantined for like 2 weeks, which is freaky. It's freaking scary. It seems all very dystopian to me. So while it's not airborne, you do get it from someone who's infected, coughing, sneezing, even talking, and then like a droplet of saliva or mucus or whatever, lands on a surface, and then you pick that up by touching it with your hands and putting your hands in your mouth. Sorry, I was reading a text message. And I guess the part that has people freaking out so badly is because unlike the flu, there is no vaccine, there is no known cure, and we don't really know how to stop it. The most up-to-date information that I can find is that there's been over 138,000 cases, over 5,000 deaths, and over 70,000 people have recovered just fine, which is good, I guess. And as of 2 days ago, there were 114 countries affected, at least, and the World Health Organization declared this as a global pandemic. Additionally to the health concerns, our economy is also in a really scary place. I know that our stock markets haven't gone down so much in one day for over 30 years. Not that I am into stocks or anything like that. As business owners, my family and I are definitely a little concerned about what this is going to mean for our business. So that's as much as I want to talk about the actual news, because I don't watch the news. I don't like this stuff. It really stresses me out. I'm the type of person who gets really affected by things I see on the news, so I try to stay away from it because I just don't think it's good for my personal health as much as it is important to be aware and yada yada yada. I don't want to talk about my personal feelings about it because it has been kind of weighing heavily on me, and I'm just, like I said, I just want to get it off my chest. Hold on. So I guess I'll start off by saying that in my personal circle and within my family, I seem to be one of the people, I seem to be I'm kind of freaking out the most out of everyone. And not that I'm hysterical over here, not that I'm not leaving my house or anything, because I am, but my brother was pointing out to me you have a history of freaking out about things that don't need to be freaked out about. When we had a hurricane a couple years ago, I forced my whole family to evacuate, and it was the wrong move and they shouldn't have evacuated, but I didn't learn anything from that. I don't know. I think that I have a right to be concerned and to feel worried and to have a little anxiety over this. And I know some people are saying like, oh, it's just all a game and just the government and the media wanting you to freak out about something, causing mass hysteria, and the illness isn't the threat, but the hysteria is. And then you have people saying like, just wash your freaking hands and you'll be fine, get over it. And I think that everyone has a right to feel the way that they feel about it, and I hate seeing people bashing each other for having a viewpoint on this. You don't know how someone could have been personally affected by an illness like this. You don't know what their reasons are behind being so scared or so lackadaisical. You don't know, so I don't really think you can judge people. And I'm sorry if some of you don't agree with me that I'm worried about it. I still think you should respect my feelings. For example, 2 nights ago, that's when things really hit me and it seemed to really be getting real, and I think a lot of people were in the same boat as me. But my brother was supposed to get on a plane today to fly out to New York, and in New York it's declared a state of emergency. They have an entire city area, Rochelle, is quarantined right now, and you know, it's just a very heavily populated area. And before I even knew about the quarantine, I was like,
you can't fly to New York on Friday.
like, that is not a good idea. It's just not smart. It's just unnecessary. And his whole thing was like, well, I'm young. Like, you know, if I got sick, I would just get over it. I'm like, well, yeah, you probably would just get over it. But what about our parents? What about other people in our community? What about our customers? Like, it's just not a good idea. You don't want to be responsible for bringing the freaking coronavirus to cause. So we did convince him not to go, but not so much because of the virus, but because of the hysteria. And we don't want him to get quarantined or stuck anywhere, obviously. So he's not going, thank God. But it's definitely scaring me. And I think that there's a lot of, like I said, conflicting information. Like, some people completely don't seem to care, and some people are acting like it's doomsday. Buying all the toilet paper off the shelves, which I'm not sure why they keep doing that. It's just toilet paper. I mean, toilet paper doesn't protect you from the coronavirus, so I don't know what's up with that. I also wanted to point out, I'm only 24 years old. I don't really remember anything ever happening like this before. Like, I do remember Ebola happening. I vaguely remember like the avian flu and the swine flu and mad cow disease, if that's even in the same realm of illnesses, which I don't think the mad cow, I don't know, because I don't really remember it all that well. I was younger then. And I think the other thing is, like, you know, with Ebola and stuff, it always seems so far away from me and my community. And now I feel that this COVID-19 is continuing to encroach on our community and just getting closer and closer and closer to home. And it's just a matter of time before someone I personally know is going to be diagnosed with it. And whether or not... You okay? Oh my God, he's got the corona. You okay? Okay. Anyway, it's just a matter of time until someone that I know and love is diagnosed, and that's scary. And then we have Walt Disney World shutting down, and Universal Orlando, and all the NBA and March Madness, and basically every like major sport team is shutting down. And, you know, schools are starting to close. I just read somewhere in a community forum that someone with insider information is saying that the schools in our county are going to be shut down. Like, they're making the announcement today. And it's just scary. Like, it reminds me of like a horror movie. And I know I can acknowledge like that probably is, the media is probably a big part of that. But you can't deny what's going on around you, people. It's happening. Like I said before, I'm afraid for, you know, the health reasons, and I'm also afraid for our business. I'm afraid that we're gonna lose a lot of business. I think we need to be cautious and take it seriously, of course. I know that like stressing about stuff just weakens your immune system and makes it all worse, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen in the next few days, and that scares me. I cried about it this morning. Haven't been sleeping very good lately. It's funny, I felt like I had so much more to say about it, but I guess that's it. Anyway, please, everyone, just try not to panic, but do take this seriously. Wash your hands. Try to limit large gatherings of people. I'm gonna cancel open mic this week. I think you should limit non-essential travel, but that's just my opinion. I don't really see how getting on a plane or going through an airport right now seems like a good idea to anyone, but that's just my opinion. Please wash your hands thoroughly and frequently. The CDC recommends you scrub your hands with soap for at least 20 seconds. Don't forget to do that. And just make good choices, and we will get through this. I love you all very much. I hope you stay safe and healthy. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe if you don't plan on dying in this disease outbreak. Sorry if my joke was too soon. I just felt like that ended kind of abruptly with my weird joke, so I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. Thanks for watching, I guess. I feel weird even saying please subscribe to me, because, the world's basically ending now. All right, bye.